Film noir is a very difficult genre to pin down. If you look at a list of the most popular film noirs, you'll find noir dramas, noir thrillers, noir mysteries, even noir rom-coms. There are certainly elements that make up film noir, recognisable tropes or ideas common to the majority of noir films, but it is a very difficult genre to pin down. Ask someone what they think is the perfect film noir, they'll give you the classic answers: Double Indemnity, The Big Sleep, or Sunset Boulevard. However, as you can tell from the title of this video, the best film noir of all time isn't a lavish, high-budget Hollywood extravaganza. It's a pretty well-hidden B-movie, although I know it does have a somewhat cult following. That movie, the movie that epitomises film noir, is 1945's Made on an estimated budget of $30,000 according to its IMDb page, you would expect Detour to be just as shoddily shot, scripted and produced as any other B-movie from the time. However, Detour is fabulously well made and is one of the most gripping and standout film noirs I've ever seen. The key element of any noir is the story. The film can contain all the visual tropes, make use of noir lighting and blocking, and be filled with those intense close-ups and split diopters, but if the story doesn't hold up, it's all for nothing. Detour follows our main character Al Roberts as he crosses America to reunite with his former love in Hollywood. Of course, this is a film noir, so fate has something to say about that, and before long Al has accidentally killed a man, stolen his identity, and is now fleeing for a big city to hide in. On his way, he finds Vida, the only woman who knows his true identity, and he must now work with her to stay ahead of the police. Like any classic noir, the main thrust of Detour's story is focused on fate and how it can force us down unexpected paths into darker and darker realms of humanity. As Roberts, played brilliantly by Tom Neal, says himself,
"Whichever way you turn, fate sticks out a foot to trip you."
as with any noir anti-hero, Roberts is quick-thinking, quick-witted, and all too ready to attribute any tragic event that befalls him to the mysterious and abstract hand of fate. And with hindsight, Al's narration from a truck stop cafe becomes more and more tragic as he recounts the countless mistakes and bad decisions he made along his journey from New York to the City of Angels, the most attractive of which was, of course, his unfortunate introduction to this movie's ultimate femme fatale, Vida. The femme fatale doesn't get any more fatale than Detour's Vida. From the moment she appears on screen, she injects the movie with the sense of constant danger and threat that propels the story forward. Anne Savage's performance instantly tells us everything we need to know about this character, from her unwavering and unapologetic attitude to her mysterious troubled past. With just a few looks and small lines of dialogue, Savage cements Vida as one of the most brilliant noir characters ever put to film. Unlike other femme fatales, Vida doesn't mask her dangerousness with an aid of charm or sultry seductiveness. Her aggression is raw. Her dark emotions bubble on the surface, and she doesn't resort to seduction or allure to control Roberts. She simply tells him what to do and doesn't take no for an answer, often emasculating him in the process. Just as with the story and characters, the dialogue and sound of Detour reign as prime examples of noir. The dialogue is sharp and witty, cutting close to the bone and weighing down both characters over the course of the 70-minute runtime. Vida, of course, is the expert in the field of cutthroat dialogue.
Say, who do you think you're talking to, a hick? Listen, mister, I've been around, and I know a wrong guy when I see one. What'd you do, kiss him with a wrench?
However, Roberts has his fair share of stinging remarks, such as,
"Why, you were so broke you couldn't pay cash for a postage stamp."
However, the film has no qualms about waxing lyrically and poetically on the themes and ideas it attempts to convey, in sharp contrast to the hard-hitting cutthroat dialogue. The music tears through every scene. Quiet moments of musical optimism are shattered by seething, tension-filled musical stings that accompany the characters and story with perfect synchronicity. The song "I Can't Believe That You're in Love With Me" follows Roberts throughout the film, chasing him down as a constant reminder of the girl he might never see again and the city he might never reach. Eventually, as Roberts says himself, the song, rather than being a reminder of the love he's striving towards, becomes a funeral dirge, reminding him of the death that now surrounds him and the life that he's now lost. The filmmaking, of course, reflects all of these aspects in the sharpest focus. While you could attribute the raw and unclean direction to a low budget or strict shooting schedule, I prefer to see it as a reflection of the dark and dirty world that the characters inhabit. The direction exudes the same energy as the characters in the story. It's focused, sharp, cutthroat. From the moment the title card fades away, Ulmer's work draws you into this world, and it doesn't let you go until the final credits roll. Haskell's death, for example, exudes all the elements of film noir. The pathetic fallacy of the cracking thunder and the pouring rain, the dark and focused lighting drawing us into Robert's worry and fear. The mise-en-scène of our protagonist's drowned hair and rain-soaked suit pull you into the misery of Robert's predicament. The low angle gives you a clear view of his face, allowing Tom Neal to give his excellent performance. The diner scene is a perfect example of Benjamin Klein's wonderful cinematography. The narrow light that highlights Robert's eyes just as he's about to speak, and the way in which the light is pulled out of the background, immediately draws the viewer into Robert's story from the word go. Film noir is an amorphous and nebulous genre. Its tropes and ideas are often hard to pin down, and the wide-ranging scope of noir films makes it difficult to isolate any key central ideas. However, there is no film that better encapsulates the true spirit, the true raw grit and feeling of film noir than Detour. It encapsulates everything that's great about film noir, and at the same time delivers an interesting and thought-provoking statement about life. In the end, what is life but a straight road upon which fate occasionally offers an interesting detour? My name's Matthew, and this is For the Love of Film.
Thank you very much for watching my latest video. If you did enjoy, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell to get information about when I upload new videos. Make sure to like this video and leave in the comments something you are interested in me talking about next. Thanks very much for watching.